Good morning, everyone. Welcome back. It's time to end Electric Week and start off anew. So let's head into last night's sleep research and see how things went for our last night of Electric Week. Wonderful. Full 100 sleep score, a little bit less time, as I did wake up a little bit before the alarm. But interesting. And a good chunk of slumbering in there and a good wave of snoozing, which is not typical for me. And that is enough to win out with 7% more snoozing than historical data. Alright. Ending the week at 61 million drowsy power. Full house with 1, 2, and no 3 stars, but a 4 star. Let's see who's hanging out. Oh, we got a Charmeleon atop belly. And that's not new for me. Fun, but not new. We got Ghastly. We got Pikachu. We got Pichu. We got Flaffy. And so kind of filling out in the wax and wane. We got Pikachu. We got Wobbuffet and a new style of Dedenne coming in clutch at the end because we are taking that Dedenne home. That feels good. I was going to be kind of a little sad that I was going to get through this week without getting... Ooh. One moment. Let's try that again. The app just decided to freeze. So, now that everyone's in a slightly different place, let's check in on Dedenne. Face rubbing sleep. This is the 2 star. So now we've seen 1 and 2. I don't know if 3 and 4 was showing up on Greengrass, but it feels good to be halfway there. So we've already read through that description. We saw it earlier this week. A nice big chunk of research XP. Okay, I will take it. Our daily gift today, more diamonds. Happy to see that. So, we have Dedenne ready to go because it only needs literally a Pokebiscuit. I've got really good Ghastly. So the only thing that would just be better is some more good Pikachu, Raichu, wonderful critical catch. So I'm happy with just getting another one, because at least now with the Dedenne, even if it's not great, and a nice crit on that too. That feels good. Even at least not a critical catch, because 2 of those in a row would be absurd. But yeah, compared to the rest, Charmeleon being there is cool. I've caught one already. I've had an atop belly. It's nice. Pair of Pikachu is great. I've got a good chunk of them. I would like to get a Pichu up, so I do have the 1. But you know what? Just for ha-has, I'm gonna give Ghastly 1. That'll be helpful if I need one in the future. And another one. I've already got 2 pretty good ones. But who knows? No, it's Dedenne. It's definitely Dedenne. That's a nice chunk. Kind of make it to 55, at least before the next level increase. Timid Nature Pichu. Berry Collector. This one's got a little bit of everything that it can. Energy Recovery bonus. Ingredient Finder. Helping Speed. Inventory up with speed of help down. You are going to go hang out with the professor. And then the main event. Hardy Nature. Dene is a skill-based Pokemon, and this one has got apples and cocoa. It's an interesting collection. I don't know what its other ingredients can be. I'll find out later, but it's still not bad. Apples is always good, especially for those earlier levels. It's got a nice low frequency rate and a pretty good carry limit because it doesn't have any evolutions. Alright, we've got Tasty Chance level 1, which means we don't have any skill increase. Helping Speed up, Inventory up, Berry Finding, Skill Trigger, Ingredient Finder, with a no nature effect. So it's pretty average. It doesn't get really good until level 75. Because really we want to just get that skill trigger up as much as possible. But the Helping Speed and Inventory is just nice to have. Berry Finding is unfortunately kind of lost on today, because you are going to want to be collecting from it a lot to try to trigger those skills. And Ingredient Finder is a capstone. Could be a lot worse, let's put it that way. The only things holding it back are, well, not having a good nature does also hurt it, but you get the idea. Some more sleep points. We're now at 39 more. We're finally under 40 sleep styles for the last goal. But thankfully we have 2 entire islands we haven't visited. But it's time to select our next research site. Green grass is now back up to top 55, so it is maxed out for now. Thank you, Snorlax, for a good week of Snoozy studies. We had a lot of fun. And another S-ranked week. Nice average median sleep time. Everything working out pretty consistent, which is good. So it is time to select our next area. And because I can't read a calendar good, we have a week gap in between Electric Week and time in Rego Research. So I could pop back to Taupe Hollow and get that up another 5% and just kind of work through what's going on there. I can go back to Cyan Beach, take a little bit more of a easy day or easy week. Give me a chance to get a good Krogunk for some more oil, or work on any of the other Pokemon that I haven't really had a chance to encounter. Not gonna start a new week. When I go to Snowdrop, that's gonna be a whole thing. What else do we have hanging out here? Yeah, we pretty much got what... There's only a small handful of Pokemon I haven't even seen there. But I would... Because once we get Raikou research started, I'm going to be there for 2 consecutive weeks. So it'd be nice if I only had to take another week break after that in Taupe Hollow to then move on to Snowdrop Tundra. So I think that's what I'm going to do. We'll head back to our good friend Taupe Hollow. And desserts and drinks, alright. That makes it a little bit more fun. Desserts and drinks are a little bit easier to manage. Okay. We do have a bit of news. I saw this very early this morning, so I'm happy to have everything updated with proper information. Thank you for playing Pokemon Sleep. In order to update the app's version, maintenance will be conducted on the following time period. Starting from March 30th, local time, going until March 21st, local time. But at least this one is starting at least for me, 9 p.m., so that is a lot nicer now that means that I can actually, like, get in a good proper dinner and having a couple of hours to collect a little more. So that'll be coming up in just a couple days. It's getting prepared for Raikou research, so getting all of those assets ready for us. And we got a little couple of game content changes. The max number of berries and ingredients and any Pokemon can hold at one time to 999. Wonderful. Carry that weight. Making it impossible to discard Master Biscuits. That's great. I mean, I would imagine that there will come a point that someone will have amassed after long enough a full inventory of Master Biscuits and spend nothing but them to get into a really fun game state. But for the rest of us, I think it's just, yeah, we spend a lot of sleep points on these. We don't want to accidentally lose them. Adjustments to show Pokemon sleep styles in order of rarity on the sleep research results screen after stack time. That's fun. You kind of want to know, like, what are the uncommons? I mean, we see some of these frequently enough, but this helping to lay some of that out does some good work. So, look forward to that. I will try to remind everyone that morning of, at least for the US viewers, some of the others in earlier time zones. Get prepared now. We got a medal. 2 medals for psychic types and electric types. Thanks to Dene. And Lava. Some dream clusters, alright. And after all of that spend with Candy Boost, definitely be thankful for that. How's the community doing? 34. Hey, and a rank up. That's good to see. Okay. So, let's collect. And then to make a shift back to the Taupe Hollow team. Are you holding that on me, Victory Bell? Well, while Snorlax is eating, let's get a shift over in teams. So this is what we had from last time. This was really to help make some curries, which is why we've got the fiery herbs and sausage represented. So we got a couple of swap outs that we can do. So we should definitely get a berry collector back on the team. So we don't have too much that needs fiery herbs. You know what? Before I make that decision, I'm gonna actually... I'll just back out first. Should look to see what ingredients I want to focus on, because I can see all of them in game. Let's head over to desserts and drinks. So, I think, yeah, focusing on the explosion popcorn would be a good focus, because that is a 3-ingredient spread. Because otherwise, it would be... Yeah, I think that... That, or just put a honey collector on there to get chocolate cake. Or an apple collector to try to get the chocolate tarts. Don't think 14 oil is too difficult to try to tamp down. Wrong menu again. So, Beware takes care of the corn. Blastoise takes care of the milk. So then we would just need the remaining 2 slots to help us find oil. And then I can put Wigglytuff back on the team. That also helps to get some recovery. So more of the team is getting some energy back. I could put the Celio on, because it does have ingredient magnet, so it does at least trigger more often. It's just not an ingredient collector. And Wigglytuff specifically has ingredient finding down. So it does not find oil as easily. Let's look at our oil collectors. Croconaw is also a berry collector. Sableye is a skill specialist. Shuppet's a berry specialist. Gengar will get there eventually, but that's all the way at level 60. And that's not even the Gengar that I would want to use. And you, as soon as you get to level 30, you're gonna pop off. This is why I wanted to try to find a better Krogunk. Yeah, it's not great. It's not ideal. But they have consistently been able to get the amount of oil that I need. And I might need to decide to shift gears later on in the week. Who knows? We'll need to see how things kind of play out. let's take a look at this week's missions. So we've already finished all of Electric Week missions now that it's over, but just have an opportunity to collect them if you haven't. So my goals for this week again are Master 3 to get that Charmander incense, giving out berries and favorite berries. That won't be a problem. That's exactly why I have Marowak on the team. Take to bedtime, befriend Pokemon, and use 253 candies. So this was... After going through Candy Moves, I feel like I'm going to have to use those Dream Shards like right away. Let's look at our... Okay, so... Because our Lapis Lakeside team is actually in a pretty... is getting to be in a real good spot. So for Ivysaur to Venusaur, it just needs more Bulbasaur candy, so I can use candy if I really want to. I'd rather just give that a little bit more time to get some naturally as folks share some Bulbasaur candy. I would like to get a better Chikorita than this before I invest in, because at not quite 60%, like it's there. Kind of have it as a placeholder. So at least our good old Gardevoir is going to help us use 80 of that candy. Actually, I have a couple of evolutions I've been holding off on for a larger spend like this, so this is an extra special Monday. Wonderful. So now I got a nice 32-minute frequency, 28 carry limit, and we haven't even started to scratch the surface on getting it leveled up some more. So that's very exciting. So I can leave that as is. So now we are getting close. I think once we get Bulbasaur to Venusaur, that should be around 6,000, and then Chikorita to Meganium, once I get a little bit of a better one, to 7 or 8, and then it should just be getting levels up across the board on this team, and they should be ready to go. Snowdrop Tundra is pretty much exactly where I need it to be to start. The only thing that I have to do is just get some candy to get these guys, these Pokemon leveled up. So I would like to get them to Walrein, but that's not going to stop me from starting. At least that's something where, like, yeah, I'm going to need a boatload of Spheal candy to get both of them evolved. And thankfully, Blastoise and Wigglytuff are already at their full evolution. But wait, there's more. What do we need for our good friend Flaffy? Flaffy just needs to get to level 23. So we'll give it the ever so slight nudge to 23. And evolve that to Ampharos using another 80 candy. Yeah, I was not expecting that one to be so good. At least as far as its ranking. We'll see once we get it out on the field, but hey. That's great. So we still have a little bit to go. And I've been holding off getting this particular Ghastly leveled up. So I've had the other Gengar at 30, so it's been really good. But this, statistic-wise, is even better. I just need to get it on the same level. And we can go straight to Gengar. And that should satisfy the use of all of our candy for the week. Wonderful. When I get a little bit more Dream Shards, this is definitely... And now when I replenish candy, because that took a lot. I would love to get this one to 30, so it's just raking in fiery herbs. And just so y'all see that. And because I realized I didn't show the rest of that, that's what we got going on with Ampharos. Okay. How are we doing on our candy mission? That should be, yeah. Wonderful. A little overboard on it, but I was waiting for one of those for quite a while, to be fair. So now at that point, the only thing that I've got to do with... That's what this little asterisk is for me, is just a quick way to search up Pokemon that I intend to try to spend resources on and either level and evolve. So like this Larvitar, for example, is ready to go to Pupitar, but I'll wait for another one of those missions, so it just counts. I don't have to use Dream Shards for it, I'm just using the candy and making sure it's at the appropriate level. This is just going to be collecting nothing but ginger, but it's going to be real good at it. And this Shuppet still got a ways to go before it can get up to Banette. But this will be really good at collecting, especially once it gets to level 50. That's going to be a bigger step for it. But there will come a point when that berry will come relevant, or it might be on green grass at a point. And that'll just be chef's kiss. I haven't decided what I want to do with our good friend Slowpoke here. So I already do have a Slowbro. I just need to get a King's Rock to level it up. Because really I wanted him to sate the ability of getting those Slowpoke tails, right? Now that those are unlocked, yeah, he can find them eventually, but he needs to get that carry limit way up. So I think switching this over to one of the others may be worthwhile. Let me know what you think down in the comments. But we've got our team set up. We've leveled up. There's no candy boost to have to worry about to remember to do at the end of this. All I have left is to make some breakfast. And hopefully this week we can get to a surplus of ingredients instead of having to skip out on 2 meals. Oh, we are going all the way to the bottom. What am I missing out on that I did not get? Milk! Yeah. Alright. I can deal with that. Victory Bell was really good at being able to pull in those tomatoes. I'm going to be very happy using that on the team again. That's just like an ingredient specialist that's just doing a bang-up job. That's fine. A little not named V8, but V8 is great to start off the day. And it's not quite as powered as some of the other dishes, but that's alright. I haven't had a chance to make it all that often, and I think probably only once, because I didn't have a good production for tomatoes. And it's not really the thing you focus on dessert week anyway. And well, it looks like we're gonna get to Basic 2. Not quite as explosive as getting to nearly great on the first cook, but we're 2 islands in here. It's a little bit more difficult. But that's alright. Again, Master 3 is where we're shooting for, and this is again another week where I can just focus on trying to focus on one recipe and just really focus on getting the rest of the team experience. Okay, that's what I've got for you today. Again, another jam-packed TV-length episode for the start of our Monday. Thanks so much for sticking through. Let me know how your week, electric week specifically, ended down in the comments below. What are you doing this week in preparation for Rego research? What should I do with my Slowpoke? Let me know. And I'll see you back tomorrow for some more sleep research. But until then, sleep well.